This elven woman has abandoned her ice crossbow and picked up the squat rack. It's amazing. He's been in the gym training calisthenics for so long that he has become a machine. He actually makes a loud whirring noise while completing movements that's quite distracting. This man is the strongest warrior from his dwarven village. He has been in combat more times than any of us can fathom. Look out, he's charging up for a massive energy blast. He's the #1 ranked player in Scooter Legends. He only failed this trick because of this level 99 warlock, who happens to be a hater. When I saw Karuchi at the club, I didn't know she was a fan of my content. This is how she waved at me, right before she walked over and bestowed me with them digits. He signed a deal with a puppet master to become the fastest swimmer in the world, but missed the stipulation of sacrificing his arms as tribute. This is live footage of an unsuspecting peasant being lured to his final demise by a harpy. He appears to have a small waist, but in reality his waist is being permanently crunched by a contracted ghostly boa constrictor. Look closely.
Oh wow.
This mermaid made a deal to become a human girl, not to have legs to walk on, but to have legs to support her dreams of shaking cake for a living. Jocko, her frog friend from the sea, also wished to be a human so he could jump upstairs while holding weights in his new human hands. Her bike was actually snatched quite aggressively from under her by Phantasmic Biko. He's the bike ghost and doesn't take kindly to missed payments. This fool also forgot to pay Biko. This is his final warning. Every cone that he knocks down equals one knocked down old lady. Let's pray he stays amazing at this. Gisela the woodland elf has been training for the past few years to become a high-ranking dark elf. It took 5 years, but she's finally done it. I'm proud of her. This gluteus goddess and her small female gremlin lackey are absolutely crushing it on TikTok with this new spell that has all men in a looping trance, so please be careful of all this jiggliness. What was on her shorts? He chose to become a pro skater instead of a battle axe-wielding dwarven warrior. You are witnessing the ritual in which a man becomes a scorpion.
Oh, wow.
It is very painful, but once accomplished you gain 1 million respect and 5k gold pieces. Witness as these giants have no respect for these poor amigos that are just trying to enjoy their car meat and snack on some gorditas. It's truly tragic.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
This male abominite has been performing his mating ritual for the past 3 winters, but his poor form and lack thereof strength amongst his kind has unfortunately not yet managed to get the attention of a suitable female partner, until now. Lara the Pachita has just given birth to healthy Dashin puppies. It's remarkable. She is the original source material for Wonder Woman, and the first muscle mommy to ever exist. She could curl 325 pounds for reps on a sick day. Easily best any man in arm wrestling and has broken countless hearts. His bike was violently yanked from under him mid-air, causing this critical break. This is what happens if you stop paying Phantasmic Biko for his bike contracts. It's truly tragic. Don't be fooled. His other leg is in fact actually there. It is simply not visible to the human eye. He has phantom in his family. The doors and hood are missing from his car because of 5 missed payments to his puppet master. He's on the run currently. Look at his face.
Oh wow.
Biko isn't playing anymore with these freeloading bikers. This is his final warning before a broken limb. Subscribe. Witchcraft of this caliber is possible if you have a healthy payment relationship with Phantasmic Biko the Bike Ghost. This is incredible. He comes from a long line of people that only ate non-salted buttered pretzels and tango root for generations. This sources their insanely flexible joints and mediocre strength, despite his chilled-out appearance. This scene is actually quite sad. This was his final request before becoming a 10-piece bucket combo with a small drink and fries. After hearing this tragic story of Rufus the Rooster, she changed her life and gave up poultry. She is now a muscle mommy with thousands of fans and a booming Tinder profile. This spider wished upon a shooting star and became a human, but has no idea what to do with his new body now. This monkey does in fact not climb, or even move for that matter. She sits on her smelly flea-ridden booty all day and eats mangoes.
Oh, wow.
He fell from the ceiling and broke his neck, but is still finishing his set. Subscribe or I'll shoot him. Equipped with his moist slides, shorts, and tank, Charlie the Moist One will demonstrate just how truly powerful a full three-piece set actually is. Notice here, the transformation has begun. His hands have become black, and so has his entire body.
Oh, wow.
His strength has increased by 315% and now has golden accessories. This three-piece set is truly top tier. This mechanical wizard is so good at drifting competitions that he handicaps himself without the use of standard cars and opts for lawnmowers instead. This jester's puckered lip magic nets him thousands of dollars monthly. This squire noticed that they missed a spot while cleaning their chariot, so he wiped it for them and sent them on their merry way. The recoil from this meat is strangely familiar, and we haven't seen his wife Emma in weeks. I'll let you decide what's going on here. After having his heart broken and bank account drained by his favorite female streamer, this is how he spends his days now. He cannot use weights to train. It is contracted with his puppet master that he use equipment instead. This is not for entertainment. This is Jeffrey Dahmer's younger cousin, Nestle Dahmer. He likes chocolate as well, but prefers women instead. This is how he preps for his dates.
Oh, wow.
This man has finally found the woman of his dreams and true love. He has a roll fetish and has finally found a woman who happily lets him rub her rolls in public with a smile on. This man went to audition for a role in the upcoming Into the Spider-Verse movie as a character called Skeeter Harper, the homeless Spider-Man variant. He didn't get the part, sadly. He's still hopeful, though. He made this look easy because it was. He is actually a chimp turned into a man by the Wicked Witch of Majin Booby Island.
Oh, wow.
These moves are basic for them. This footage is in fact not fake. If you look closely, the plates are real. They are simply glitching. She has finally perfected the gyrational hypnosis shake. Her cat is no longer her only victim. It's gone viral. It has truckers everywhere on the side of the road risking their lives out of frustration with manifested weights. She has been doing this mating dance for 28 months trying to find a suitable mate, but with no success sadly, until this guy stepped into the chamber. She found his mating response so impressive that she got pregnant instantly. They now parent an indomitable offspring. With the power of these shoes from Ross Dress for Less and some fake buckles made from cut-out gold wrapping paper, he believes he is now him, and nobody can tell him anything. Anybody that has seen his videos has become gray, mutated, and now eats poo. Follow me now or this will become you. This ancient technique will soon replace the BBL. And doctors everywhere are in a frenzy. I mean, look at the results. His weights are there, in fact. His friend is just unaware of his powers. Her puppet master dropped her strings. He ate magical worms that constantly eat all the fat in his body. And this is the result. Don't be fooled. This video isn't edited. She is time traveling right before your eyes. Look closely. Parks are no longer safe. Be careful not to get caught looking at this siren's feet or you will pay the price. These are her victims. You have been warned. This fourth-generation hybrid dragonborn is no longer ashamed of his wings, and is now the face of Red Bull. He miscalculated how strong she actually was. She was not meant to survive this. He had other plans. Look at his face. He isn't happy. He kept Lean Beef Patty Jr. waiting too long, so she started her mating dance process yet again. This player failed his last chance at escaping back to his home realm through this secret spatial rift. He is now stuck here and bald forever. The aliens from Men and Black are now powerlifters and sadly have the worst range of motion ever seen. This does not count. This magical medicine ball has changed this woman's life forever, and her Tinder account is now booming and she has Gym Rat in her bio. He is actually only 17 years old. He angered Father Time, who aged his appearance 8 years as a result. The steroid cause of his condition is a decoy. He is actually turning into a rotten slice of cheese pizza. He upset a forest witch. With the power of these pants and mediocre dance moves, she has escaped poverty and helps men all over the world. Despite being built like fiddlesticks from the waist down, he still manages to do quarter-rep squats with enormous weight and atrocious form. Meanwhile, his friend on the other side of the gym is no longer contracted with his puppet master. Sadly, he is unaware of this. This caramel goddess is absolutely stunning, very funny, tastefully tatted, and completely natural. You should definitely buy whatever she is advertising. Right now. This hydro-boosted soldier was derived from the DNA of Michael Jackson, MC Hammer, and Bob the Builder. He's a dragon reincarnated. The tattoos on his chest weren't drawn. He was born with them. This man doesn't look like this by coincidence. He was grown in a lab from Sebum's pinky toenail that was stolen in Nepal. Don't be fooled by her caption. She was actually just testing her airbags, but was surprised by how well they worked. Dorito owes his family money. He is the original source material for the chip's shape.
Oh, wow.
His love for his equipment sources his power.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
She upset the puppet master, sourcing her strength. So he dropped her strings, but she still managed to survive. After finding an old hatchet on his class trip to Iceland, he began going through changes. His connection to Bruce Lee's teachings are way more powerful than he knows. He's actually lab-grown from Bruce's pubic hair that was found over 30 years ago. This dog is a reincarnation of a troublemaking kid that passed away doing these exact same acts of destruction. Even though his brother was turned into a goat by a rogue necromancer, they still enjoy their brotherly moments of testing their strength against one another daily. This is the true definition of brotherly love. With the power of bad resistance band training, tight gym shorts, and a juicy apple, this young harpy gets over 500,000 daily likes and no longer traps at Hooters. Grandpa George here is the original street BMX founder, but unfortunately, he was never credited until discovered on Facebook 3 years ago telling his tragic story. This is rare unseen footage of a female Thorpe gobbler eating cereal with their secondary mouth. It's extraordinary. This janitor gets an insane strength buff when he spots a dirty floor, allowing him to lift over 400 pounds with no effort at all, just to clean up the dirt spot, while simultaneously leaving everyone else feeling inferior and ruining their workout. It's truly tragic. Meanwhile, across the gym, Suzette is trying to find the courage to tell Bob how irresistible she finds him and all his power. She finally grew a pair and threw that kitty on him. This is their daughter. This chef doesn't tolerate people disrespecting the quality of his pizza. This is what will happen if he finds out you've been talking crap. This parkour player forgot to switch skins before attempting this level. His game is over. This man is a vigilante in his city. He punts fatty foods out of the hands of unsuspecting victims of obesity. He's saved over 437 lives so far. His shirt can shapeshift into luggage. They find this very endearing in the retirement community. This infant was born with the hulkish abomination genome, causing him to grow an ungodly amount of muscle and destroy everyone on his road to the Olympia stage.
Oh, wow.
All done before 3 years old or even being able to speak a single word. The new Turbo Gusher 5000 has taken the TikTok market by storm and will steal your girl. This kooky dance causes an explosive dumpster size in its female victims and strange tribal markings on the face. They also lose their ability to speak and only communicate through weird gyrations. The dance is subsequently causing thousands of viewers to ravage local ATM machines from confusion of this new virus. Beware of your FYP. This woman's transformation was only able to be achieved once she was heartbroken and became a berserk enjoyer. This is the clown who broke her heart before she ascended. This is how he punishes himself for such a grave mistake. It is truly tragic. Do not be fooled by this buff hobbit. He did not complete this feat alone. His contracted ghost powerlifter is stabilizing the bar if you look closely. These dumbbell sirens are using phony smile hypnosis to lure unsuspecting men into crunch fitness. Be wary of this or you'll be truly sorry. This is what happens if you get lured in by their spell. These men have been doing this grooming process for weeks. With no food, crunch fitness must be stopped at all costs. They're trying to build an army to take down Gold's Gym. This infant is fathered by the Speed Force.
Oh, wow.
He's barely 1 year old and already has 90 mph top speed. This woman and her tights use her whole shift at McDonald's, lowering their stock value. A hex has been placed on this man. It causes uncontrollable noodleology in his body if he hears the word cash.
Boy, ain't no way, boy.
She upset her puppet master by removing the contracted Nike blazers. Now they no longer work. Kyler here has injured himself 5 times in the last month while ego lifting. He has become obsessed with going to the hospital for checkups. Let's find out why. His doctor has found a way to hypnotize him and other victims, patients, by rubbing her foot sweat into her gloves before conducting her procedures. Her bank account has grown tenfold since discovering this. This cat's name is Cinderblock, and she is obese. Let's pray she can size down to a brick with the help of her adorable little treadmill. This basketball player is 8 feet 7 inches tall and graphically looks like a character from a PlayStation 1 NBA game title. If you look closely, you can see his pixels in this fist bump. This puppet master, known as him, has greatly increased the reach of his Golden Paper 1-2 Buckle My Shoe campaign with the help of Mr. Beast. Beware of his dangerously cringe content. Anybody who's seen this forbidden collab video has broken out in a violent boxing match with the nearest person to them with materialized boxing gloves. The full story was never told behind this man in black and his strange haircut until now. He sports this unusual hairstyle because it was the single reason his wife left him. He now believes he is the Grim Reaper's disciple and kills all without this haircut. Not a soul is safe. This is his ex-wife. She now makes fetish videos for emo boys and flaps those Wind Wakers into oblivion. This greedy leprechaun sporting a Louis bracelet is her boss and manages her content. He pays her in gold pieces converted from all the cash that his passive ability spawns. This elven temptress is also on his payroll. Her fans aren't safe from her hypnosis magic. Her magical elven gyration causes weak legs and empty pockets. Be wary of her channel. This peasant lost more than this final rep in the process. This ancient technique is practiced in Korea and hasn't been adopted in the United States yet. Not sure why, because it improves your max reps by 20%. Her groomer used a Dr. Seuss book for inspiration, so she now sports the Whoville fade and slippers. This female abominite has abdominals that are actually made from adamantium and takes cannonball shots to the stomach on her socials for a living. Her puppet master is very proud. This is fucking awesome. Comment Bioshock below if you agree. Despite not knowing what game she is playing on her phone, her TikTok viewers still show up every live stream and donate thousands. I'm not sure why. It's strange, really. Don't be fooled. He is actually in a chokehold by this machine. He angered his puppet master, Pray for him, which is no longer sport green skin and crooked noses. Be careful, this one already has hundreds of thousands of men under her spell and drains their pockets daily. This temptress has secured generational wealth by running around with no bra and a really impressive downward dog position. He's been riding past her window trying to get her attention for weeks. He always suffers the same fate. Powder Puff here can detect if questionable food is no longer edible. This boxer is so overpowered that he is only allowed to compete with half of his power, and despite that, he's still ranked #1. It's insane. Her mom isn't wrong, but unfortunately it doesn't matter anymore. She's already rich from Feed Finder. This horse has an invisible gear shift and Paco was not ready for its top gear. He forgot to renew his membership to the Puppet Master, sourcing his strength. Tragic. Don't be fooled. This is no baby. He's actually a shape-shifting secret agent. He failed the mission. Unfortunately, he's just blown his cover out of frustration.
Hey, yo, what the fuck?
This is no mannequin. She actually turned her ex-boyfriend into a dummy for abuse. Despite being turned into a cat, this father still drives to pick up his kids from school every day. Pray for him. Don't be fooled by these optics. Their balance is actually subpar. The bar is actually being held down at the top by a contracted ghost power builder if you look closely. Even the reps are assisted. King Bat should be ashamed of himself.
Bruh.
This is the rare sighting of a female TikToker that actually has something to offer outside of feed pics or a juicy dumpster.
Oh, wow.
Her musical witchcraft is actually very respectable. His legs are so late to the party that he is desperately trying to make up for lost time with atrocious form and quarter reps in his Walmart boots. Let's hope he doesn't blow his lower back out. He forgot to change back to his strength-based character for this challenge,
Bruh.
so his speed build suffered. Look at his dab. This woman is the offspring of an extremely down bad man and a cinnamon roll. Not only is her back permanently crunched, but her form and range of motion will be scuffed forever. Don't be fooled. The boxes did not stop this man from dying on impact. It was only meant to smokescreen the sacrificial swap. This being right here is from the underworld. The stakes of this game are fatal. If he falls, so does his family. These brothers lost an extremely high stakes gamble with the Speed Force and are now forced to run for the rest of their lives, even while doing mundane activities. But at least they are in great shape. This is unseen footage of a very young Yujiro Hanma, training before he gained his title of the strongest creature on Earth. This horse is Mr. Ed's grandson, Mr. Fred. He doesn't talk though, he just enjoys munching on booty and likes it spicy.
Oh, wow.